So, like I said, I was in a deep trance state that would help me remember this. So, what happened, I believe, there was a uniform officer took me to the dentist, and then he took me back to the jail. And then I think it helped my fever and infection went down or something because I sweated it all out that night in the city jail. It was real hot, anyways. And then the next morning, the investigator came and picked me up and took me to this motel. Okay, so he takes me to this motel, and there on the bed is the follower of Satan, and he has this very large cellular phone with him. And the investigator says, okay, well, I hereby put you in the custody of this person here. I felt like when I was young, when I used to go to Mexico, nothing against Mexico, I like Mexico, but I just kind of felt like I was at this point in a third world country. I just couldn't believe this was happening. I mean, this guy had just tried to kill me just a few weeks before. This guy had physically tried to coerce me into waiving my rights. And just as soon as the investigator left, he told me to come with him, and he took me to the area where they had found the clues, and he told me to take them to where the evidence was. When I told him that I would help search the area, but I didn't know what what he was looking for or what he was talking about, then he began threatening me, and he actually had a Navy-style knife that he was brandishing. So as I continued to insist that I could not lead him to what he wanted to know, he said, okay, fine, and then he went to the nearest road, and he used that large cellular phone to call the investigator. He called the investigator, and the investigator showed up just a few minutes later, and he told the investigator that I was not cooperating and that it was time to take me back to the jail. So the investigator walks up to me and he asked me what's going on, and I told him I just can't help you. I don't remember anything, and I don't know where to tell you what you're talking about. So he said, well, you just need more time. And he says, we'll just take you back tomorrow. Why don't you go get a good night's rest at that motel? So the follower of Satan takes me to that motel, and we're in the motel together. He's sitting on this bed, and he has this Navy knife, and he's sharpening it, and he's glaring at me, and he has a very threatening demeanor towards me. So I have him call the investigator, and I tell the investigator that, hey, I fear for my safety. I'm feeling very threatened, and I believe he did try to kill me a few weeks ago. So the investigator told me, okay, I'm gonna tell him to go on, and I tell you what, I'll just sit out in the parking lot this evening all night and make sure that you don't run off, and I'll let you sleep in the motel room, and you get you a good night's sleep, and then I'll just take you back to the jail tomorrow, and you can finish doing your time on that marijuana charge. And I agreed to that.